at it again, and we've got an interesting video here, but I've got one that I'm going to show you guys before we get into the main one, so stay tuned for that, because somebody that we all may know or know of tried to warn us about this situation. So before we get into that, make sure you guys hit that like button, and if you were not subscribed to the channel already, hit that subscribe button and join the family. All right, join the family. And also follow me on social media. All of those links are down below in the description box. Instagram, Twitter, Truth Social, Discord server. It is all down below. And with that being said, let's dive in.
Currently, we are witnessing a human tragedy, as an example, in Venezuela. More than 2 million people have fled the anguish inflicted by the socialist Maduro regime and its Cuban sponsors. Not long ago, Venezuela was one of the richest countries on earth. Today, socialism has bankrupted the oil-rich nation and driven its people into abject poverty. Virtually everywhere, socialism.
Is it just me, or is he like smirking? Let me know in the comment section. And what country is this? I can't see their little thing right there. If anybody knows, let me know.
Or communism has been tried. It has produced suffering, corruption, and decay.
Bang.
Socialism's thirst for power leads to expansion, incursion, and oppression. All nations of the world should resist socialism and the misery that it brings to everyone.
So we'll end that there. But he tried to tell us. He was trying to tell us. In this video here, we are going to be learning why the left does not want Venezuelans coming in, because I checked out a story on what this administration is doing to Venezuelans at the border, and they're sending them back. Let's check out why.
I'm Cabot Phillips with Campus Reform. With the rise in socialism around America, we're in Washington, D.C. today talking to actual victims of socialism from Venezuela about what their message would be to young people that would like to see socialist policies here in the United States. Let's see what they have to say. What would be your message to young people that think socialism would be a good idea here in America?
Look yourself in the mirror of Venezuela and Cuba. You do not ever want anyone, not even close to socialism, to come to this country.
People are eating from trash bags in the street. So how has socialism actually helped the country from the perspective?
And that is the fact. She ain't lying. The video we checked out with Ami Horowitz, the guy was hunting for dogs and cats, which is just crazy to even think about. He was that hungry. So I can definitely imagine people digging through trash cans. For sure. I mean, we have homeless people who, you know, I'm sure we've all seen digging through trash cans from time to time. So yeah, and think about that. Like, we've all seen a homeless person, right, digging through a trash can, but you think that many people in a country are at that level of poverty, that they're all doing it, or all struggling, or at least close to doing it? It's just crazy to even think about, but let's continue.
Of people who've lived through failed socialism, it's very hard to accomplish.
Yeah, I don't think any Venezuelan can really like socialism because we've seen it put in place very well.
It's not a game. It is not a game. It is not the route to go. It is not possible. It's not feasible. Don't fall for it.
It doesn't work the way the book says it works, because we're humans and we have imperfections. And socialism is too perfect to be true.
Check your history, look at the news, look at all the countries that have failed under a socialist government, like Cuba, like Venezuela.
In Venezuela, socialism doesn't work.
We've seen what happens when socialism kind of takes to the extreme.
Bernie Sanders, as your enemy, do not ever get involved with this individual or any of the other socialists.
We also thought that this could never happen in our country. We had a balance of powers, we had democracy, and we elected our leaders.
People always talk about the Nazis.
Wow. Say that again. Say that again, sister, please.
Individual or any of the other socialists.
We also thought that this could never happen in our country. We had a balance of powers, we had democracy, and we elected our leaders.
People.
Sounds familiar, huh? There's a lot of people who are here in this country that think that it could never happen here. Oh, no, see, if we implemented it here in America, it would be different. We had balances of power. We elected our officials. And yet, it still happened. Sheesh.
Always talk about the Nazis and stuff like that, but nobody talks about the socialists and and communism. It has killed probably more people than Nazis did.
It's this big lie to people who are disadvantaged, and it just actually makes them worse off.
It means a lot to me that this administration is.
It's a big lie to the people that are disadvantaged, and it actually makes them worse off. And that is the very reason people like these folks here are the very reason that this administration is sending them back. Now, they came up with some kind of excuse. I forgot what it was that why they officially said that, you know, they're sending Venezuelans back. But I see through the BS. We all see through the BS. I mean, I feel like they had to come up with something, you know, some kind of reason as to why they sent them back. They couldn't just send them back because that would have looked really, really horrible, especially to their demographic, you know, their voting demographic. So, yeah, this is why. Venezuelans don't know the drill, and they ain't going for it.
Doing to me that this administration is doing something more than just sanctions and just words.
The people from Venezuela, we're very grateful with the United States, with this beautiful country, because they give you all the support right now in this critical situation.
Everyone's trying to paint it as if this is a U.S.-led thing, and it's for me, it's kind of an insult to the Venezuelan people who have been protesting for years. It's an insult to their agency.
I was born and raised in Venezuela. My parents are still in Venezuela. And I have seen the country basically just deteriorate.
In Venezuela, there's not food, medicine, education, nothing.
I left my home country 20 years ago because of this, and it's a gradual process over time. Little by little, power is taken away from the people.
Well, I was born in Venezuela, and I had to.
I forgot who we checked out, but they were talking about that as well. Who was it that we were watching? Crap, I can't remember. But they were speaking about that in that, like, instead of coming in and just taking everything all at once, it's what's the saying? A death by 1,000 cuts, right? Just one little thing here. All right, we gonna sit back. We're gonna relax. We gonna let that cut heal. We're gonna come back now. Cut them again. Now we're gonna sit back. We're gonna sit back even longer this time, so they really forget about it. Now we're gonna come back. You know. And that's how it's done. And that's exactly what they're trying to do with 2A. I'm just saying. But I got something for y'all.
To leave my country, I had to leave my family. I've been here in the States for 5 or almost 6 years. I haven't seen my family in all of this time.
Being so far away, not being able to help your own family kind of hurts. And the other thing about it is that not a lot of people are speaking about it.
I left my country 10 years ago, not seeing my family, not seeing my friends, leaving everything behind and start again. So I want the kids right now to be able to have a future in my country, people that they have hope to come back to our country and reconstruct it.
This is a beautiful country. It's the best of the world. It's the most powerful, and we didn't get there just with socialism or anything close to that.
That was a great point that guy made there at the end. A fantastic point that he made there at the end. Another great mic drop moment. He said that this country, the United States of America, didn't get to this place to become so great through socialism. It didn't happen that way. So why are we trying to do it now? Great question, my brother. Great question. But like I was saying, this is exactly why they don't want these guys and gals here in America anymore, because they've seen the horrors of the type of policies that the left is trying to push forth. They've seen it. They've been through it. They've heard all of these talking points and all of these buzzwords and things. They've seen the lies. They've seen, how they incrementally take away your rights slowly over time. And now they're watching it happen all over again. And they're calling it out. And the left does not like it. Okay? The left has basically said everybody can come in as long as you support us. The moment that you support the right, we're sending you back. Sheesh Louise. It's a dirty game they're playing. A dirty game. But we're going to expose it. We're going to make it known. We're going to make it known. Because, of course, the mainstream media doesn't report on these types of stories. Did you see MSNBC talk about it? CNN? Did you see anything? Maybe I missed it, but I didn't see them talk about them sending Venezuelans back at all. Not even once. I see them demonizing people constantly, throwing race into everything constantly, but I didn't see them talk about this topic. And they won't. They won't. So, yeah, it's up to us to make sure that the truth gets out there and Americans know about what's actually going on. But anyway, y'all let me know what you thought about this one in the comment section below. Like, share, comment. Hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.